Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name's Carmen. We've got a reading for you about somebody that seems to be accepted or liked by others in a workplace or a social environment. This could even be everyone else finds that particular person attractive, but when it comes to you, you have a totally different opinion or like a hot take. I see that because we have two wands behind this person, and I see you as this Three of Wands, and you're willing to have a different opinion than everyone else. But it could also mean that the community or the friend group is going to want to know why you feel that way. What is it about that person that you don't like? Hello, Tiana. How are we doing? Let's go in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're staying warm. If you're interested in a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. And I think we'll start with the Fairy Godmother Oracle. What else do we need to know about this person that everyone else likes? We have Mother Nature. And healing. I feel like that's your energy. Also seems like you're able to read information really clearly from, like, if someone were to say read the room, you're perfect at that. You don't need any help with that. I also feel like you're the person in the group that most people tend to prefer to go to if they need some advice or somebody, with a shoulder that they could cry on. So people look up to what you think about others, which is why when you have this alternative opinion to theirs, there's this curiosity like, okay, well, why? So we have identity, vulnerability, and announcement. For many of you, you could have a problem with this person because they try to tell you what to think about them. I remember working with somebody, they were just like subbing. So I didn't know them very well. And we were going around the room talking about just random ish, right? And I don't know, this chick just starts like bragging about the fact that she's super humble. And I'm like, I don't know if you have a real good grasp on what humility is, my friends. But that's like, this person's trying to tell people I'm really trustworthy, or I'm really cool, or I have a lot of money, or I know a lot of stuff. But I think you might be one of the only people that realizes they're doing this like advertising for themselves because they don't want anyone to know about this vulnerability. So we could have somebody that is quite insecure, trying to kind of masquerade as somebody who's quite confident. But I feel like there's something in particular they say about themselves, and it makes you question what their motives are or what their intentions are. All right, this is the Wild Reflections Tarot. Hi, Grant. How's it going? Hello, Rob. How are you? Hello, Andy. Hello, Key Controller. How we doing? Hello, Voyager. So we've got the Hanged Man and the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. There might be a few people in this workplace environment or in this community that are a little bit like on the fence. They don't know what they think about this person, but they're willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. But with the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, it feels like a lot of the individuals in your social group or in your community are aware of the fact that you have no desire to like give this person another opportunity because you've already made up your mind. The Tower in the reverse, the Four of Swords, and the Ten of Wands with the Nine of Cups. If everyone insists on hanging out with this person that you don't really care for. I see you basically choosing to do things on your own or not really join the group because you do feel like the whole mood is thrown off when this person joins the group, or they have like a way of dominating the conversation. But this person, I feel like they're the Nine of Cups. It's like, have you ever had a pet that maybe one of your parents was less than enthused about you having, or maybe you're in a relationship and you really like your cat or dog, but your partner is not really into having pets. But the person who doesn't like the pet is like the pet's favorite. This person's determined to win you over. They're, I don't know, maybe they view you as like the linchpin of the group, because I did mention you are pretty influential. If I don't win over this person, I won't have the whole group. It's like, what are you, collecting people? They're trying to find a way to get you to change your mind, and you're like, can you just leave me alone? How about that? Right? Yeah? Can we do that? Do you need someone to teach you? Because I could teach you how to leave people alone. It's hang on the phone, delete my number, don't talk to me. It's like, hey, I don't know what we're doing here. Star in the reverse. You don't have a desire to be friends with this person, and that's okay. You don't have to be friends with anybody, right? You can be civil, you can be non-existent, whatever it is. Because like I've had to work with people that I don't care for, believe me. But I still appreciate that I'm trying to work towards a goal, and if I need to put that aside, I can, and we can just be civil, right? But this is somebody who's like, it's like they keep trying to find ways to win you over, and you're like, can we not? Like when I tell people I don't drink coffee, I've had people are like, oh my God, I'll make you coffee. I know you're gonna love it. It's the best. And I'm like, no. I've tried it 3 whole times, and I'm not interested. That's how you feel about this person. You feel the way about this person the way I feel about coffee. Sorry, guys. If you like coffee, drink a little extra for me, okay? But they won't give up. Death in the reverse. They're like, no. I'm going to win you over somehow. We've got the Six of Cups and the Page of Swords in the reverse. They do not have your gift of reading the room. They don't realize that you are not going to reevaluate, because the decision that you made or the impression you have of this person is based on their own words. It's based on their own actions. It's not like you just took one look at them and you're like, ugh, I hate you. No, like you actually have a reason. So we have the Fool. This is like a foolish pursuit on the Nine of Cups part. I know you don't like me, but I'm going to make you. Maybe I'll buy you some food. Maybe I'll give you my parking spot. Maybe I'll put in a good recommendation for you. I don't know. It's like, I got to find a way to make you like me. And you feel like it's so fake. Like, what? How would I just don't like you? Can you just like not deal with that? I feel like that's a real important life lesson. You know, you got to learn to deal with the fact that some people will not like you. Hello, Michelle. How are you doing today? All right. Actually, we'll go with the Star Trek. What else do we have? I do feel like this person's quite used to getting what they want. You may have picked up on that vibe, but that could also be like part of the reason they feel like they need to win you over somehow. I didn't know you agreed, Peggy. That's funny. Hello, other Michelle. What else do we have? I hope you're having a good day, then. Knight of Batlets in the reverse. That would be like the Knight of Swords in the reverse. And the Seven of Latinum, or the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Ain't no way, ain't no how. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you do. I don't care at all. Like, I've made up my mind. I've leveraged my intuition and my discernment, and I know how I feel about you. If you do not come across as authentic, I don't feel like miraculously the next day you're going to be authentic. You've already demonstrated to me that you are not authentic. So with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, it's like there is no amount of investing you could do to actually convince me to think otherwise. My intuition is sharp. Okay. Six of Cloaks, which would be like the Six of Wands and the Moon. The number 6 is important. The Six of Cups is clarified by the Six of Wands or the Six of Cloaks. The letter C could also be important because it's unusual for the Six of Wands to start with the letter C, right? Cloaks. I feel like this is somebody who feels the only way that they'll be able to do what they want to do is if they have you on their side. Now, this could be somebody who feels like, you know, they need your buy-in if they're going to be the new boss, because if you don't like them, they won't get the respect fully of everybody else. This could just be because it's not Moon in the reverse, right? There's someone here who feels like what I want to accomplish, what I want to do, I know that it is kind of reliant upon whoever you are, the Three of Wands. If you aren't on my side, I probably will not be successful. So if this were, say, like a sales team and they hired a new sales director and you're the top performer, you would probably have some security that they're not going to fire you. So you don't really have to like suck up to the boss, right? But the boss also feels like they need to have some sort of rapport with you, or perhaps they might even be threatened that you would outshine them in some way. They feel like they have to win you over. And you're like, nah, you just make it less likely the more you push. Ooh, Three of Latinum, which is the Three of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups, or the Ace of Spaceships. But it's in the reverse. Remember I said they might like try to buy you dinner, or I don't know, like buy you drinks. If this is like a boss situation, they'll be like, hey, you know, I really feel like you should be making more money, or I really feel like you should get this better account, or I really feel like you should have this better office or this better desk. It's like, okay, were you trying to make it less obvious that you're trying to buy me off? Because that's not really how I work. Like, go ahead, do the nice thing for me. It's not going to mean I like you. I don't know who you are, but you're a little bit stubborn, and that's okay, because I've been there before. If you know somebody's inauthentic, it's like, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. But they're trying all of these fake ways to build rapport, and it's doing nothing but like further irritate you. Queen of Cloaks in the reverse, which would be like the Queen of Wands in the reverse. And we had the Ten of Starships, which is the Ten of Cups. The only way that I will fit in, or the only way that I will be able to be a part of this community, is if you like me and you don't like me. They don't know what to do. They feel like they're running out of options. You know, I tried the 3 things that I always try, and none of it worked on you because you just don't like me. Hello, Ramon. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. What else do we have? Can I say hello to Bobby? I've got the Six of Batleths in the reverse. That would be like the Six of Swords in the reverse. You guys, I told you 6 is important, right? So we've got Six of Cups clarified by the Six of Wands, or the Six of Cloaks, and now the Six of Swords in the reverse. And the King of Batleths, or the King of Swords in the reverse. It's not a very wise move. So if you try and you try, somebody resists you, doesn't want to be your friend, you know, I guess this person's decided nothing's good enough for you. Cool. What if I'm just a total jerk to you? I don't know if that's going to really do what you want it to do. This person loses their temper. I don't know that it's necessarily like, I wake up one day and I'm like, that person doesn't like me. I know what I'll do. I'll be mean to them. Surely that will work. I think it's more, I try another thing to get you to like me and you don't respond to it or you don't show appreciation. So I lose my temper. Two of Batless in the reverse or the Two of Swords in the reverse. And it makes it clear that all these nice little things they've been trying to do were really just, hey, can I buy you off? Because they're real, you know, like their temper comes through. Wow. Three of Cups in the reverse. So they try and they try. They really want you, the last person in this group, to buy in. They really want your approval or for you to like them. And their efforts to make you like them lead to this loss of patience or this like outburst. And they say something that goes too far. And whatever they do, their reaction to you is what other people see. And now they start losing other people. Now people who were the hanged man that were kind of like, meh, we'll see. Now they're like, oh, really? It's like that? Oh, so you were lying. You're not really that person. You're fake. So they end up losing points with the other folks around you, whether this is a workplace or a friend group, whatever. They lose points because they are trying way too hard and they lose their temper because you don't want to like them. That's like your prerogative, man. Knight of Swords in the reverse. Impulsive behavior. This is the Pause Tarot, by the way. Hello, Candace. How are you doing? We've got the Three of Cups and the Five of Wands in the reverse. Oops. That's what this is. I didn't mean to do something that would make any of the others dislike me. I kind of stepped in it. They start a fight or they let loose. They say something rude about you. Now other people don't like you. Now other people are like, oh, well, I didn't know you were going to be that rude. I didn't know you were like obsessed with this person. Can't you just like leave them alone? They start getting judged a little bit less favorably with the other or by the others in the community or in the workplace. And they lose some of the respect that they had begun to accrue. So, okay, you were trying to show us all that you were respectable or that you were honest or that you were a team player, whatever. But you just lost your cool on that person. And you looked like you were like a 12-year-old who didn't get to, you know, go to the mall. So like, maybe there's a reason that person doesn't like you. Totally agree, Carrie. We've got the Emperor, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. So now you, who maybe initially felt like people just didn't get it, or people were going to maybe feel like you were being overly harsh on this person, now they're looking at you like you a boss. They may feel like you were right the whole time. They may feel like you picked up on details before anyone else did, or that you're incredibly intuitive. The Nine of Pentacles is about your intuition. And the Wheel of Fortune is basically saying, You changed the tides faster than they normally would have because everybody else bought into this person. Everybody else was like, oh, okay, you're cool. But now things are treacherous or a little bit difficult for this person earlier on because it's like you were the, was it the canary that they used in coal mines? You alerted everyone. You made it a little bit more difficult for this person to wear camo. You've got strength. So there's an issue with culture fit, right? Most of you are pretty genuine, or you work well together, or you get along really well, even if there's little differences. But you were able to highlight that this person is not a culture fit, that this person was not willing to be fully themselves. And all of a sudden now everybody else sees exactly what you saw because they let their mask slip. Whoops. What else? This is the Tarot of the Nile. Okay. That makes sense. So we've got Temperance. This feels like a return to normalcy, or things being more relaxed, less stressful, because this Magician energy or this Nine of Cups is no longer around. Five of Cups in the reverse, nobody really has to worry about what happened because you pointed out this was a person that shouldn't be hanging around. So you kind of saved some people, to be honest. It seems like there would have been some arguments or some problems down the line if you hadn't been, you know, one to kind of point out the obvious. We've got Death in the reverse. For some of you, I'm seeing that one of your good friends at work, for those of you in a workplace situation, would have gotten fired by this person, just like because they were having a bad day kind of thing. And because they're basically losing favor, now they won't be able to get to that point where they fire someone. If this is a friendship situation, there's somebody here who is going to cause some drama. Well, the Magician was going to cause some drama in somebody's life, and now that's not going to happen because you warned everyone to get distant, right? Warned everyone, don't get close to that person. You can't trust them. Knight of Swords in the reverse. The Moon. Ace of Wands in the reverse. So this Moon seems to be related to the Magician. They were trying to hide something or be a little bit secretive. Now they're not going to be able to do whatever they were trying to do. If they were trying to befriend you so that they could start dating someone that you know, or if they were trying to, I don't know, find a way to pretend they were somebody that they really aren't, none of their plans are going to work because you had that intuition, that little warning that was like, you're pretty fake. Seven of Wands in the reverse, Page of Wands. So even though early on people viewed it as you being a little bit difficult, or even you being a bit on the offense, now they realize you read it exactly right. You saw things the way they were. You didn't need to go back and reassess or change your opinion. You called it right. So they're probably going to be like, hey, so like, what do you think is going to happen in the stock market since you know everything? Ace of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. So because you basically stayed true to your principles, but also helped somebody else avoid some sort of loss, there's a blessing coming in for you. It's like, hey, well done. Here's a tip from the universe, you know? This could be something small like, hey, you know, here's a double delivery of that thing you ordered. Or, hey, here's random money that shows up on your floor. There's something here that's like, okay, well, I think what I did was right because I did call someone out. Maybe people thought I was being a little bit over the line, but if I can't trust someone, I'm not going to pretend like I can. All right, this is actually, let's get some oracle cards. We'll go with what's the news. Let's do that. Hey, Johnny, how are you today? Time, delay, procrastination, too busy. Chained, codependency, unhealthy attachment, weighed down, and squad. This is what I'm talking about. This is that community that's making up that choice, right? Or making up their minds how they feel about this Nine of Cups magician. And even though they may have needed a little bit more time to see what you saw, you were the one that was able to figure out that the magician, Nine of Cups energy had some sort of not so great approach. Maybe this is somebody who had like an anger issue or somebody who tried to make other people do their work for them. I don't know, but this is, I don't really trust you, and there's a good reason for it. We've got playa, playing the field, not looking to settle, and seeking options. I take this as playing the field like they were creating some sort of strategy here. I do think they were trying to set somebody up to get fired. Knocked up, pregnancy, expecting, and mothering. And a cleanse. For some of you, this person wanted to fire someone that announced they were pregnant. Was looking for a way to not have to pay for that person's maternity leave. For others of you, the magician who was trying to fool people may have been lying about being pregnant. We've got the cleanse, detox, rooting negativity, and purification. But you saw through whatever this little trick was, right? Paranoid, cautious, insecure, and guarded. I do feel like people thought you were being paranoid or you were being overly guarded around this person. They don't feel that way anymore. Now they realize it was just you're really good at figuring out when people are being fake. Lust, greed, bareback, and inconsiderate. I do feel like greed is the issue here, but there could also have been some sort of sexual attraction. If this was, well, it doesn't matter. Any of the applications, really. But we have supersize me, doing too much, excessive, and overindulgence. This person was trying to do whatever they could to get you to like them. And it didn't work. All right, this is the Fairy Lenormand. What else do we have? The Mice, number 23. This can talk about a theft or a loss. Number 3, the Ship. I feel like because the Magician, Nine of Cups, is not able to win over your approval or your respect, they end up leaving. So take that how it resonates. If it's a friendship group, it's like, okay, I can see I'm not welcome here. If it's a job, they realize they don't fit in with the culture, or maybe even, they move to a different department. I don't see it working out. We've got 32, which is the moon. We keep seeing that moon card. So we could have somebody with Cancer energy. And the fish, which is about good news. So it looks like there could have been some like over promise, under deliver, or somebody who said, I would be able to do all this, or I'm going to make this easier for you. They were trying to win people over by saying things they could do that they really couldn't influence, or they really did not plan on doing. So it does kind of jive with the whole like somebody being obnoxiously nice after they take a new leadership role because they're trying to get this team to respect them. But false promises, not a good way to do that. Just saying. I don't know if you need like an advisor, but I could probably help. Maybe. This is the energy oracle. What else do we have? Angel of Love. And walking away. So honestly, this Angel of Love feels like somebody had self-respect. I'm not going to lower my standards or lie to myself about how I feel regarding who I'm friends with or who I give access to my life, or, I'm sorry, but if you hire me to do a job, that doesn't mean that you need to be my friend. We're not friends. We work together. I am by nature very social, so I do like to make a lot of friends wherever I work. But this is saying that's not something that you can just expect of people. You don't just get hired and automatically all these people think you're great. There is a reason, in general, you earn your respect from people. And with the walking away, I do feel like there's somebody that has to walk away from what they were trying to achieve in this community because you first walked away. This is the Kipper. Hello, Kingly Eagle. How are you doing? Expectation and message in the reverse. Whose message? Distant horizons in the reverse. So they don't get the response they expected. They don't get the welcome. They don't feel like they're part of the team. They felt like it would be easier to do that, this Magician, 9 of Cups. But now they're thinking it's not going to work out for them to stay. House in the reverse, mature woman. It does feel like they're looking into options to move either to a different company or like move in terms of where they live. In part because this mature woman, who I feel no matter what your gender is, this is about you being mature, right? You're the one that voiced your concerns, and that ended up being the prevailing perception. You had concerns and they proved to be valid. This person really couldn't do anything to combat those concerns. Or at least they didn't try hard enough. All right, let's get a few from... This is the Gypsy Oracle. We have the Priest and the Wedding in the reverse. I'm going to shuffle a little bit more because they were in the last reading. Granted, the Priest card could be a reference to a boss, right? We have Malady. and waiting. Yeah, the others that had a pretty decent opinion of the Nine of Cups or were willing to kind of, believe what they were being told or at least initially offer this respect, they would have eventually found out that there was some sort of problem here, and it would have been, I think, a little more devastating or a little bit more impactful in a negative way. But now, because you were able to kind of sound the alarm and call out how plain it was that this person was not going to do right by the friends they wanted or right by the mission at the company, now there's like improved morale around your group because you identified them correctly as a foe. We have melancholy and Lord. So they try to, I don't know, be king of the hill or like take over your group or become like more powerful than you in some way. And now they have to admit that you were a little underestimated by them, that you were smarter than they gave you credit for. And you and your friends or you and your coworkers get to go back to the fun that you've been having. Your coworkers, you still got to do some work, right? But you found a way to make it fun. All right, this is the voyage of the soul. What else do you need to know? Unknown, unfamiliar territory, void, obscure, wait, risk, and trial. Emotions, water, cry, purge, balancing, and release. So I feel like somebody who is on a trial or somebody who is trying to prove themselves have been released. We're just like, you know what? We tried to like you, but we decided we just can't. Sorry. Rejected. I think I need one of those, just like a little stamp pad or a stamper that says denied or rejected. I feel like that would be really satisfying, even if it's just a blank piece of paper. So we got answers and vessel. Clarity, transparency, justification, disclosed, and bare. And vessel is body, nourishment, wholesome, nutrition, and health. So this makes me feel like whatever you're a part of, this community, because there was clarity that you helped inspire, now things are going to get easier, or that like camaraderie is back where it needs to be. You don't have anybody with some kind of hidden intentions or being a little bit secretive. Polarity, contrast, resistance, pull, yin and yang, and magnetic. You recognize that this is somebody that doesn't really fit in with the company culture or with your friend group, probably because you all are authentic and this person was not. We have serenity and pathway. So it feels to me like you've chosen the more peaceful pathway, and as a result, there's a better, more optimistic energy with your group. You don't have to deal with maybe a fight down the line where people are kind of pitched against each other. You were able to root out the energy that would have caused the drama or caused the issue for you all. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. I sure do appreciate you. I hope to see you on the next reading. Toodles.